So today we're going to make an aerial view of a snowman, and I'm sure you've seen this a lot on Pinterest and on the internet. We're going to do this a little bit different because I know how difficult it can be to do multi-step art projects with kids. So instead what I'm going to do is, as opposed to watercoloring a background, we're just going to use construction paper and we're going to use a white crayon to draw the snowflakes. And then we're going to have the 3 circles cut out, and I'm going to use water-soluble oil pastel. I'm just going to color on the edges, use the water to blend that, and then we're going to glue it all down and make the arms and the carrot nose and the eyes. Okay, so what I'm going to start with is I'm going to start by just really quickly doing a couple snowflakes. I mean, you can let the kids do as many as they want. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start with the snowman. I'm going to put this over to the side. And I'm going to use this so that the table doesn't get dirty. And I'm just going to color a little bit at the edges. And with oil pastels, a little bit goes a long way. So they don't have to color too much. Okay, there's one. And there is a difference between regular oil pastels and water-soluble oil pastels. Water-soluble oil pastels will actually blend if you put water on them, and they'll mix almost like watercolor. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start blending it with water, or mixing it with water to kind of. Okay. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to take your construction paper and you're going to start gluing these pieces down. What I do when I'm working with little kids is we don't use glue sticks, especially if it's like paint. Or like any kind of paper that could be a little bit soggy. So we actually used to use paintbrushes, or you can use the Q-tips dipped in glue, and just have them spread it all over the edge. That's going to be the base of the snowman. Okay, and so what you're going to do next is the kids can take their crayon and they can draw some buttons using a crayon. And they're going to take some orange paper and use that to cut a triangle. And glue it on. And then you can also take some brown paper and use the brown paper to make him some stick hand, little sticks for fingers. I'm just going to cut little tiny rectangles like that. And you can just add it to the ends like fingers. A snowman.